Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to a Mindful Monday today. We're continuing on with our presuppositions that we started in the following Monday video. So today we're going to go through 6 through 10 of these 15 presuppositions that I want to talk about and help you guys better understand some things in your life that can make an impact and help you improve your mindset. So let's just jump into these 5 that I have for today. So this one is calibrate on behavior and don't try to read people's minds. The only visible information we have about another person is their behavior. So basically what this presupposition is trying to tell you is that it's impossible to read someone's mind. You can see their body language, you can see that the way that they're responding to things, but you are not that person. You're not knowing what's going on in their mind, and if you make an assumption on something, you can greatly damage a relationship by assuming something rather than really just being concrete and talking about something rather than assuming. And so it can even go as far as assuming that you understand what their problem is and then trying to tell them something as far as, well, I think you should do this, and then they tell you, well, that's not even what I was saying. Why are you assuming that? So the whole concept of looking at their body language, seeing what they're telling you, and having that conversation rather than trying to read their mind is way better than assuming. Sorry about that, my alarm. So the next one is the map is not the territory. And what this is people respond to their experiences in life rather than reality itself. We don't have access to reality as it is. We don't know reality. We experience reality through our senses, our filter systems, our beliefs, our own personal map of reality comes from this. And so the best example of showing the map is not the territory, if you look at a map of the United States, a lot of times, unless it's a topographical map, you won't see mountains and hills and valleys and lakes and rivers. If you look at a basic map, it'll just show you the borders of the different states. There are some maps that you look at that are topographical that show that there's a mountain range or something, but even then that doesn't give you the magnitude and size of that mountain from the paper unless you're physically standing in front of it. Then you can see, wow, that is a huge mountain. The map is nothing compared to what reality really is. So I think that's the best analogy I can give to show you the correlation between us using our life experiences and perceiving something rather than being in reality. The next one I want to talk about is we each own our minds, therefore we each must own our life's outcomes. And so what this is thought precedes every action, behavior, reaction, and response. It's important we understand that before we commit to any course of action, the course of action has first been considered in our mind. So I think the best way to really describe this is with every action comes an equal and opposite reaction. And that's, a law of physics, but it's also pertaining to us as individuals. And we also have to own responsibility for the actions we take. And just because something has an outcome doesn't mean it's always going to be a negative outcome. Everything you do has an outcome. It can either be positive or negative. You just have to first consider what that action is going to be and see if it's worth even taking. Because once you take that action, you're 100% responsible because you are 100% the person who made that decision. So we, when they say the thing saying we each own our minds, we each own that thought inside of our head. And when we act on that thought, we must own the outcome in our life. So, second to last one here for today, people have all the resources they need to be successful. And what this means is everyone in life has a chance to achieve and become something great and to do what they want to do. Everyone has that chance. Some people have a harder start than others. I'm not going to discourage the thought that, some people be like, well, other people are born with a silver spoon, and other people, have it easy. And yes, some people are born into a better start. But if you are somebody that is not, you still have the same opportunities as someone who was born into a rich family or born into maybe a better country or something like that. You just have to work a little bit harder. The resources are there for everyone. It's just a matter of who's willing to access those resources, and work towards their desired outcomes. I know a lot of people will disagree with this one, and it's okay to disagree with these as far as you having your own beliefs, but these are truths. These are things that are real in the world. I mean, there's a lot of success stories out there. You look at people who are famous or world-renowned athletes, and some of them started from nothing, and look where they are now. So that's why I believe this is a truth, even though some of you may disagree with it. And so the last one I want to talk about today is there's no such thing as failure, only feedback. And the thing with this is we learn from our mistakes, of course. This is part of taking responsibility for our actions and therefore owning our results, good or bad. One of the things that I've seen before, Damon John, I follow him on Instagram, he put on there, failure is only true if you stop trying. Therefore, if you keep going after something doesn't work till you get to the part where you succeed, you never failed. It's just feedback. It's just constructive criticism to get to that success. But the second you give up on something, you give up on a goal, you give up on a dream, then you have failed. And I know that takes away from there is no such thing as failure. I believe that there is no such thing as failure. Even if you do, like the quote says, quit, you become a failure. I don't think even then you're a failure. I think the thing is you've got feedback and you decided to either, with that feedback, give up on that certain project and move on to something else, or you decided to just say, you know what, the feedback of this is telling me that this is not right. So there is no such thing as failure. The only feedback is true. But you have to realize that you're going to look at things as failure because we judge ourselves so harshly on things. Just because somebody else did it and you didn't doesn't mean you failed at it. Just means it's going to probably take you longer to be successful at it. So those are the 5 I've got for today. I hope you guys got something out of those. I hope you're learning something. I hope maybe it's making you shift the way you think about certain things, maybe look at different things in a different light. Next week we'll finish up the last 5 and wrap this topic up for this video. This little 3-part set that I have to start off Mindful Mondays. But again, I share these things because these are some of the things I've been learning, and they're really powerful. I think they're really helpful in changing the way that you think, the way you look at things, the way you perceive things, and better all just help you with your overall life. And so with that, I hope you guys liked it. Comment below if you disagree, agree, or if you like some of the ones from today. Share it off to somebody who you think may need to hear something like this. But most important, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and God bless.